Alright, so you asked for it, so I'm going to deliver. It's combo time. WOMBO combo time. So, right, we're going to do Giski Hieratics. Now, this is a 2-card hand loop, so you're really going to, not really loop, because it's a 2-card hand drop with field control. Okay? So, the opening hand is Nuit. It could be a Sue. Your hand you could have multiple Sues or multiple Nuits. It really doesn't matter. E-Telly, Shadow, Preparation of Rites, a Sue, and then 10,000 hand, or excuse me, yeah, margin of 10,000 hand. I like this play a lot because if you get a Sue and Tefnuit, you can play standard, you know, kind of OTK style with Heretics. But if you don't, you know, if you don't want to play that, you don't have to play that. I mean, you just special summon, force to play, get the Attune, overlay, red eyes, special summon. Yes, I won 1 red eyes in this deck if you haven't paid attention, if you haven't watched the deck list video. So you can play it like that. That's why I like this opening hand a lot, because it gives you options, a lot of options. So, well, first thing we're going to do is we're going first, so we don't have that opportunity to special summon. So what we're going to do first is pitch Shadow to the grave. Shadow goes to the grave. We're going to retrieve Mirror from our deck. Next turn, we're going to normal summon 10,000 Manju to get what we need, which is the monster. He searches out the spell or the monster, but we need the monster. So we're going to get Gust Kraken, if you know what it does. Right? Now we have the parts assembled in our hand. Let's activate Aquamirror. We're going to special summon him. And this way, there's 2 ways to do this now. Being on your hand, because you have there's 2 ways to do this. And this is very key. I'm going to show you how to go super big. So you need to pay attention to this part. You need to get rid of the Sue. Keep the Sue in your hand. You need to get rid of the Tefnuit. And you'll see why. So, goes to the graveyard. You bring out Alexandrite Dragon. So you can keep her hand down here. Okay? Overlay. We're just going to overlay detach, because that's what we're going to do. Overlay detach. And we're going to bring out my girl, Queen, just to save time. And it's easy to do it with the kind of camera angle. I'm trying to get a good camera angle for you. Sorry if I'm moving the camera a little too much, guys. Just get a good camera angle for you. You got the Queen, right? So that's good. Now you use the Queen's effect when that's why I detached, because you want to target what monster you put in the graveyard. And guess what? Target Nuit. And why do we target Nuit? Because this is going to allow us, we can do this to go Red Eyes Darkest Metal now. You know, tribute special, we can get a Red Eyes Darkest Metal out, so we can go super big. But we can hold off into that later too. You know, you don't have to rush into that, because with Red Eyes Darkest Metal we can build a special summon that's back. We want to kind of play our options to loop twice at least guaranteed before we start making any moves for other monsters. So we're going to activate at this point Preparation of Rites. Bring that to the graveyard. We're going to search out another Kraken, and since we have a ritual spell in our graveyard, we're going to add that to our hand. Activate it. Summon it by tributing this. Now we've officially looped 2 cards. Now this is where you activate and you look out for the 6. You see this? Right there for you. Now, since we did this way, our Sue is going to be dead in the hand, but we have the E-Telly. We're going to go E-Telly, Crevons. Like I said, I'm just going to show you different options. Just remember the first platform, Crevons, and we have a card in our hand, so we don't want to go Void Ogre. We want to go Stardust. We can go Scrap Dragon, Colossal, but we want to really go Stardust. And why Stardust? Because Stardust is a dragon, and Queen Dragon's effect protects dragons from battle, so they can't do battle with it. And then we overlay for Photon Strike Bouncer. So, right there for you. Pretty decent hand, right? Okay. We did pretty good. So let's go back. Back to the deck. Back to the grave. Add preparations to raise back our hand. So this is where we're at. We're standing there. We did the first part, like I said. Now we activate Queen's Effect and we special summon Deathnote again. Now this is how we're going to go even bigger now. So this time, instead of tributing first, we're going to tribute, special summon Sue. Effect. Get our Watt-tailed dragon out. Now, right now we can, do some crazy stuff. Right now we can overlay. Right now it depends on how you want it, what your opponent has. But this is one option. So let's say we're going to do the overlay early option. So we're going to overlay now, and we're going to search out a Red Ice Darkness Metal with our Attune. So Attune. We're going to detach. Get a Red Ice Darkness Metal. Red Ice Darkness Metal is effect. Activate. We special summon. Now see how the problem with this one is there's really no protection because we special summon too early. So don't special summon too early. Last monster. Activate your emergency teleport now to get this to synchro. We go into Void Order Dragon because this one's going to leave us handless. So right there. Now what you do is you activate, you special summon, knew it, preparation of rites, the tribute, I'm kind of skipping a little faster, and you officially have popped their hand 2 cards, and look what you've left the field with. And pretty much he's protecting all 3 of these dragons. So you don't have to go Gaia, because I would wait to go. I wouldn't even go Gaia because it's your first turn. You're not even pushing for damage, so just why not sit on him? And next turn if they do something stupid, you're cool. And if they try to Dark Hole, you have him. Negate. Really, Dark Hole's the most powerful card right now against this field. So that's one way to do it. Alright? So let's backtrack again. I'm doing this way because I like backtracking, because once you know the core part, I'm not going to teach you the core part over and over, because you already know that. I'm assuming that you've paid attention and you already know this core part. So let's go back. Back. We've hit 1 card in their hand. We're back at this point. We're detaching and we're special summoning. And this pretty much plays around with like how you want to continue about it, doing the thing. This time, hold on a second, I'm just trying to remember. We're gonna do the same thing, tribute. Again, get the Watt. Okay. Then we're gonna activate preparations of rites now, and then we're gonna tribute to get him, and then we're gonna get the Luster. Yeah, I think I did it right. The Luster. So now we're gonna overlay these 2. And you get a Bouncer. And then you overlay these 2. And you get a Tomb. Detach. And this, you don't search out Red Ice Darkness Metal and these detach. This detach, you search out another Hieratic monster. Okay? Important. Not Red Ice Darkness Metal. We've already activated preparations. Now we E-Telly. Get this. Synchro. And now you have a different version of that field. But this time you have monster effect negation, pretty much protects your dragons, and your spell and trap negation. So that's a pretty tough field to get over. No cards in hand, and you probably draw something fun like an emergency teleport next turn, or pot of avarice. My next 2 cards, so you're pretty much back in it by the next turn. Okay, so that's a pretty strong field. What I've showed you, different type of combos you can do, and yes, a lot of them revolve around this guy, but not all of them. So let's just say we'll do something different in the next video. But I wanted to show you just a basic. This is the basic. Get 2 cards out of the hand and hold your ground kind of hands. And it's really not that dependent, because you think you really need the E-Telly? You don't really need the E-Telly. E-Telly allows you to get into Void Ogre. Really, if you open up with him and 2 Hieratic Monsters, you are good. Him and 2 Hieratic Monsters, and just a way to rituals. You can ritual monster. You can open up. You're running 3 of each. So chances of you opening up with a spell are easy. It's just, and he'll search out the monster. So you're pretty golden to opening up with a spell. So that's all you need really. Him, and maybe, like I said, one of these 2. So 4 cards. You open up with those 4 cards. You have a pretty nice field, and it's good. It's worked. It's held its ground very well. Alright, so this is Wombo's Combos Part 1. I'm going to edit the videos, put the other Wombo's Combos Part 2 in. Alright. Alright, so here's Part 2. I'm trying to make it quick so I can edit the videos together so that it works out great. So this is Part 2 of the Wombo's Combos, and this is if you open up with a different hand. This hand is yes, it's a pretty ugly hand, but it works. It works enough to leave you not defenseless and leave you with some, decent bodies on the field. So, I'll show you the aggressive one, the one that you're trying to OTK. You can try to OTK your opponent, and then there's a version where you're just kind of holding on down the ground with some powerful disease monsters. So, say you open heavy, cool. E-Telly. A lot of these combos work around E-Telly, but they are not. E-Telly just allows you to synchro, which I like E-Telly. Synchroing, ritualing, and XYZ, and all I need is the fusion, and I can do Sophia on somebody. But that's a different story. But you saw my field combos. If all I needed to hit was 1 fusion monster, and I can Sophia in this deck. It's crazy. If you know what Sophia is, look it up. So pretty much, you're gonna open up. You're like, okay, open. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to play it out. So we're in a heavy, right? And we're going to summon. We're going to use his effect. He acts like a Stratos of the deck. He can search out 1 Giski monster with 1,000 or less defense, excuse me. So of course we search out the ritual monster because that's the piece we need to see. We pitch. Of course we search out the spell. We activate. We get this on the field. We tribute. And we get that on the field. Now you're like, yeah, E-Telly, Void, or yeah, we could do that. And then, but we really will only have 3,000 and 24 in this guy. And that's a pretty strong field in English. Void, or we've seen enough of him. So this time we're going to E-Telly. We're going to do something different. We're going to E-Telly. And we're going to search out our Krebons. Wherever Krebons is. I don't know why I put it back in the deck. Power shuffling. Totally lost my Krebons. Which I'm looking for Turbo Pack ones if anybody has them. We search out our Krebons. Now we could do one of 2 things. This is guys like a free summon because we tributed. So we could use him, like I said, and go Void. We could overlay these 2, go Gachi, or Daigatsu Phoenix. And I wish we could pump him up back to normal because he would be nasty with Daigatsu Phoenix. Attack straight through, but overlay, and you have this guy pumped up at 31 with the ability to negate spells. So that's pretty good. That's a good strong opening. I like it a lot. but that's not the opening we're talking about. We're going to use this as guy's free defense, pretty much. We're going to E-Telly. We're going to E-Telly, and we're going to go into one of my favorite monsters that is underplayed and underrated. Now, I know we played with 5 cards, so we'll have another card in hand to activate this. But we're going to sink all those into 10 into this guy. And this guy is 3,300 attack, 3,300 defense. Pretty much if your opponent has a light monster, he activates some of his effects. Now, his effect I'm talking about is where he can send cards. After you popped with this guy, you can hit a key card. Maybe force a Veiler on him, and now you have him free, unless they have another Veiler, which if they do, good job for them, but that's still a good hit you're going to put on them. But 57, that's some good damage. So, his effect, if you control light, the opponent controls light monster, you can pop one card on their side of the field. His effect 2 is you can send one card from your hand to destroy all spells and trap cards on your opponent's side of the field. So pretty much you can heavy storm the field. And then his last effect is you can send all cards in your hand to the graveyard to look at your opponent's hand and send all light monsters in their hands to the graveyard. And inflict damage equal to, equal to the total attack of those monsters. So like I said in the video, if you hit playing Chaos Dragons and they got a Lila up, and you summon this and you hit, their BLS and a Pulsar, well guess what, they're looking at game after that. You just go ram into the Lila, and then just whop, game over. So, one of my good options. This is not as big and cool as the other ones, but I wanted to show you another option, either Gachi or him. Or if you had another way to do it, you can end, even with him on the field with Gachi. He's not really that much low attack. He'll be at 28 by himself, so that's pretty good. So, stuff to look at. I like the deck a lot. I'm going to be playing a little bit more. It's been doing very well in testing. The only thing I'm trying to add in is some MSTs, because it needs some MSTs. And I might take out one effect Veiler for a Vision. That might be the change you see, so it might run just one effect Veiler. Yes, crazy, I know.